Yo, what's up? Good morning, guys. Welcome to this morning live stream. I'm trying to get back into the rhythm, but Sunday comes and goes. Had to try to catch up with some other things as well. Um, but yeah, we're here to just read some news. This guy's been all over my um, feed. I have no idea why.
Guys, terrible news. I have problems with academia. I know, this may come as a shock from the guy who's being paid by Smithsonian and the big archaeology to cover up the giants. I hear a lot of alternative fact people talk about how academia is a big ivory tower that just doesn't listen to anyone. And while most of the time I think it's just grown-ass men whining, I do think there's actually a point to be made there. There's a growing disconnect between the general public and academics. As science tends towards specialty, the things they're discovering can really only be discussed within their circles, and the topics move farther and farther away from the general public. So as this happens, it's really easy for people to view science as something that's completely out of reach to them. And in my opinion, it's exactly this reason that we see so much pseudoscience now. Because actual science is having a really hard time bridging that gap between them and the general public. So when scientists wonder why so many people are turning to pseudoscience, we should look in the fucking mirror. And this was exactly the topic of a presentation I gave at the University of Maine, which you can come check out now, YouTube channel Mini Minuteman.
Which you can come check out now on my YouTube channel. Anyways, I've been watching that guy. Well, I watched all of his videos about Graham Hancock's, what is it, Ancient Apocalypse. He has a whole series where he debunks every episode. And I was watching just like a few episodes of that, but I guessed that it started recommending me him. But he's now on my channel quite frequently. My recommendation page. I have no problem. I just feel like where I've come from now, it's like I have to interpret everything that's like scientific into a way that yo, what's up, Devian? I'm not sure what you're saying. I have no idea what your message means. But my whole thing is like I have to interpret something in a way that it makes sense for energies and things like that to contain like fundamental characteristics to be interpreted by an emotional being. How does this affect, you know what I mean? Because everything I think can then be interpreted, to be something which contains a characteristic of humanity within it. Because I think everything is connected. I'm as much a dust particle, like however many years ago that, caused some general reaction kind of thing. But I think human beings are very special and unique in that way, with our ability to connect and to sort of deny the moment a little bit. We can exist in some space that says we come from something that's generally not alive but far far away somehow, and it relates to us in this way, kind of thing. I think human beings are very unique in those regards. So that's I feel like I have to do that because I'm not very popular. I'm not very. I don't have a lot of backing on it with anything. So it's like the way for me to attempt, to participate in the world is based upon my ability to emotionally relate these complicated matters into some simple act that just leads to it being something that nobody can overcome. It's some idea that everybody is victim to, which makes my life all right, even though it's very minimalistic at this moment. I'm getting recommended this guy a lot too.
Hitler, on the other hand, and I looked through a lot of his paintings, was not good at all. Like, he missed out on a lot of the fundamentals. He tried to, like, make hyper-realistic renditions of, like, castles and whatnot, but his perspective is so bad. He was acid painting, dude. Look at these lines, brother. Look, what's happening with this building, dude? What's going on? Is it on a slant? Is the building falling into the fucking... What's happening? It honestly feels like instead of lining up the perspective, he literally just individually drew windows in. Was it, yeah, Hitler sucked at painting? I'm so glad he didn't become an artist. Relax with the line perspective slander. We can't all do them right. I get so many points taken off for that. But yeah, but you do get points taken off for that. And that's the whole point. That's a pretty good paint.
It's better than like somebody who's like really bad though. But I can see exactly what he's saying. It's like the lines where the buildings go, they're like crooked almost. Like that castle was like crooked. Yo, what's up, alien? This is just I'm doing like a morning news thing. You know, like that first time I met you. Just good morning, man. I'm just looking at my feed and going over it. What does Elon Musk trying to say?
Where would you start with government efficiency? It's kind of like being in a room where the entire room is targets. And so you can shoot in any direction and not miss. Now, we do have a fundamental issue, which is that the government is spending far more than it brings in. And the reality is that all government spending is actually taxation. All government spending is taxation. Sometimes people think some of it is taxation and some of it's not, but it's all taxation because the part that is not...
Yeah, good morning, Utah. And good morning, YouTube as well.
Tax revenue becomes inflation. So you're either taxed directly or you're taxed via inflation, but you're for sure taxed. And so all government spending is taxation. So we have to reduce government spending overall. Like this will be forced upon us in the future. The interest payments now exceed the Defense Department budget, which is $1 trillion a year. That's a lot of money. So just the interest on the debt exceeds what we spend on the military. Just the interest. And that is rising rapidly. So it can't be like, you know, we'll trim a little bit here and there. That's not going to work. There have to be quite radical reductions in cost.
It's going to be interesting to see how radical they get, you know what I mean? I know that the whole tariff thing sort of has been... Why is the stream horizontal? Oh, do you want me to make it like for a phone? I can change it so it's like a phone. It's because I was doing those gaming things. Watch, I can change it really quick. So it's for a phone. Shouldn't be that difficult. I have to stop it really quick. Is it that bothering? Vertical streams get more views? Yeah, because then it feeds it to phones and like the shorts feed. I understand that. I didn't think about it. I just woke up like my morning streams. Like, you have to understand, like, I literally just got out of bed. Yeah, I'll change it real quick. I'm going to have to disconnect. It'll end the stream, and then I'll get back on, okay? No problem. I'll end the stream, and then I'll have to do it. Okay, 1 second.